What's up? It's Dave with K-Dubb Productions. Today what I want to do is show you how I find the tempo of a beat inside of Reaper. Reaper makes it really easy, and it's important to have the tempo of whatever you're working with so that if you need to rearrange some elements of the recordings, you can do that easily. Everything will snap into place and you won't have any alignment issues. So that's really important. Plus, if you're doing things like adding delays, now you can tempo sync them and they'll sound a lot more smoother. Okay, so I have a beat up here. Let's show you my screen. I've got a beat up here. The tempo inside Reaper is set to 100. Let's play this beat and see if the clock here, which is set to bars and measures, if it lines up. No, it's off. And so it's pretty easy to see that it's off. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we are at the beginning, the very beginning, and we want to zoom, zoom in as close as we can. Close. Zoom way in, and we want to make sure that the beginning, that there's no empty space here, because that's going to throw off our tempo when it starts to calculate it. Okay, so we're good here. We've got nothing. We've got it right to the very, very edge, so that's good. All right, so let's zoom back out. The other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have snap enabled. Okay, so I have snap here. I've got the grid lines, and then I've got snap enabled, and I've got my snap settings to 1 bar, 1 measure. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do here is add a tempo marker, and the tempo marker is going to be arbitrary at first, but what we're going to do is we're going to use it to slide our tempo kind of markings around so that everything lines up. Let me show you what I mean. The keyboard shortcut is Shift-C, so if I press Shift-C, and you want to make sure that you have snap enabled, and I like to go to measure 5 or measure 9. So measure 5 gives us 4 full bars, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's kind of like half of a arrangement, right? Maybe a quarter of an arrangement if you're doing 16 bar measures, right? Everything's going to be in quarters, fours. It's easy math. Okay, so I'm going to go with 4 measure loop, or not loop, but a 4 measure section, and I'm going to line that up, and hopefully it translates through the rest of the song, right? Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to push Shift-C. It doesn't matter. It says this tempo is set to 100 just like it is at the project. That's okay. That's not the tempo, but that's okay for right now. Okay. Push Escape to get out of that selection point. And now let's make sure we're at the beginning, and let's count to 5 bars of the actual song. Not the measures listed here, but the actual song. And let's figure out where that is on the timeline. 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Boom. Right there. Okay, that's going to be the downbeat of measure 5. Okay. Now, let's go to our marker here that we put. This is our tempo marker. When we hover over it, it highlights. Now, if we hold Control and left click drag, you see we're dragging all of the bars now, and so we want to drag this right to the downbeat, right where we've figured out where the downbeat is going to be. Okay, we decided it was right around here, so let's put it right there at the beginning of the transient. Okay, and let's look at our tempo here. Says 75.0007. I think we can safely assume that's 75. Okay, so this part is kind of important. I think we know we're close, but we need to remove this tempo marker because it will throw everything off. So once we've created it, once we've put it in place and we think we have a good spot for it, let's remove it. So highlight it, right click it, remove time signature. Now let's make sure we're at the start. Okay, let's play it and let's watch the beats. So you can see it's lining up very well, and also if you look, you can see all of these hits are right on the beat, every single one of them. Okay, and that's that easy. You know, you set up a tempo marker, figure out where you want to slide that tempo marker to so that it matches up with all of the hits on the beat, remove it, and now you've got your beat, whether you know the tempo or not, you've got it set up, and it's pretty much that easy. Okay, so maybe this one was easy, so let's do another one. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go into my files here, and I'm going to pick one that I did not already do. Okay, so let's pick up another old beat here. What's this? Okay, so we're going to go through the same thing here. I'm going to go a little bit faster, so I'm going to go to the very beginning, and it looks like I've got it right to the edge there, so that's good. My snap is on. Now I'm going to set up a tempo marker, and I'm going to stick with 5 again. Measure 5. Okay. Let's go to the beginning. Excuse me. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so did you see that? That hit right around here. And so there's kind of something, but there's nothing real definitive there. So let's do this. Let's remove that. Let's put it over here at measure 9. Because we know we're going to have some drums there. So if the drums hit on the downbeat, then we can get the tempo real easy. So let's just count one more time. We're going to go to measure 9 now. And in fact, I think I'm going to cheat a little bit because I know 5 was right around there. So I'm going to go from here. No, let's not cheat. So, it came in right there at the, looks like a hat right there. Okay, now, we gotta zoom out a little bit and pick up our tempo marker. Let's not lose our place. So we think it's right around there. This one is kind of tricky. What do I got? 59.7. Okay, let's go to the beginning. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's hitting. Let's go to 5. Okay, so we're real close. Now, let's remove this time signature, or tempo marker, excuse me. Go to the beginning. Now, I like to zoom out. Excuse me. I like to zoom out and see how close we are. It's a little bit off. So let's see if we change the tempo, we need to make sure that we're at the beginning of the beat. Otherwise, it'll change it where your play marker is. So if I change the beat here to 90, it's going to change it from there, and everything after that has a tempo signature of 90. So let's not do that. Let's go to the beginning. Let's go to 60. Sometimes when you're sliding that, you get close, and then you've just got to fine tune it. So if I was at 59.7, we could probably safely say that that's going to be 60. Just like with the last example, it was 75.07 or something. That's pretty darn close. Let's see. Now look at that. Right on the beat. Let's go towards the end, because the further down you go, if you're off a little bit, a couple of milliseconds here on this end, by the time you get to this end, it could be 200 milliseconds, right? A couple of full seconds. It could be a big difference. So you really have to be as close as you can, and most beats are going to be on a number, but sometimes you get tempos that really are 107.2, right? So you just need to make sure that you go through all of these steps. Set it up in the beginning. Once you think you have it close, test it out, try it at all the different spots in the beat, from the beginning, the middle, and the end. Sometimes you check in the middle and it looks like it's right on, but by the time you get to the end, it's off. Even a little bit can really throw you off. Yeah. Yeah, and it's on. So I think that's all I'm going to go through in this video. That's how you find the tempo of a beat inside Reaper. It's my favorite DAW, so you should definitely check it out. And if you like this stuff, like, subscribe, and all of that, because I'll be doing more of this. All right? Peace.